Full disclosure, we are all NFC East fans. I am a Redskins fan.
Terrible.
My co-host here is a Cowgirls fan.
Cowgirls. Awesome. Cowgirls,
absolutely. Because they're all a bunch of girls, especially Des Bryant.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I will agree to that. That's the only criticism I'm going to take.
You know, even though I'm a Skins fan, starting out this season, looking at how the Giants did last year, looking at how many players the Cowboys lost last year, and how now people are adjusting to Zeke and Dak, I thought that the Giants were going to come in, take off beginning of the season, and win the division. I still thought and still think it's going to be close, but I just thought the Giants' defense was just going to go off, but
they can't do it by themselves. That's basically they carrying the team.
Well, that's basically what's going on right now is the defense. Because if you look at the last two games when they played y'all, the defense did hold y'all to 19 points. It's just the offense is non-existent. You know, same thing with the Lions when they played yesterday. I mean, the defense was doing good. It's just they couldn't keep the. You can't just go on defense alone. You have to have some kind of offense.
What pissed me off is that every Giants fan, when the Cowboys just, when they beat the Giants, whatever, they was making so many excuses. Oh, Odell wasn't in. That's the reason why y'all won. If he was in there, we would have crushed y'all, blah, 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 whatever. That's okay. We'll see next week. Next week, they scored 10 points with Odell in.
Well, just think about it. Remember the two games last year. They didn't crush y'all last year. The first game was, 20-19?
Yeah, they won by 1 point.
The second game was 10-7. I mean, they weren't high-scoring games. It wasn't like they blew you out. I mean, it was just...
But the Giants had not scored more than 20 points, I think, in 9-10 games. Well, it's been a long time since they scored over 20 points.
Because I think, once you realize that the Giants' whole offense is Odell.
And they have no O-line.
Zero.
I don't know if you saw the game, but...
I saw parts of it. I mean, I turned it on in the third quarter and turned it off.
He got sacked 5 times. I think dude Eric Flowers or something. Yeah. The left guard, left tackle. He is garbage.
There was no offense whatsoever.
He is garbage. Flowers is garbage. Why is he starting? He was getting every play. He was getting beat pretty much almost every play. If you're the head coach.
But I'm trying to figure out where their offensive line wasn't this trash last year.
They were trash last year. They were trash.
Not this bad though.
No, this bad. If anything, they're worse than they were last year. It's the same sorry O-line they had last year. They kept everybody. They make no improvements. Who had the worst O-line in football and say, you know what, our O-line is good. We don't got to make no changes.
Well, I mean,
they kept the worst O-line. They didn't add no pieces. If anything, they got worse because 2 of their starters got injured.
True.
So now they got rookies mixed in with scrubs. You know what I'm saying? And True. Eli Manning, they gave Eli Manning flack. Oh, he can't pass the ball. He can't. He's not as good as he used to be. Shoot, give him a few seconds to throw the ball. He can probably do something.
Give him y'all's offensive line.
Right.
Give him our offensive line.
Give anybody our offensive line. You make anybody good. But yeah, they give Eli Manning scrutiny saying that he's not as good when he clearly has no help. He has no running game, literally none.
Zero.
He has no passing help. I mean, like I said, even with Odell in, he can't, he's so pressured when he gets in the pocket. He got 3 seconds to react.
Mm-hmm.
He's throwing picks. He's throwing a lot of incompletions. And granted, he did good considering that he was under pressure the whole game.
I mean, considering the fact that he has no offensive line, no receivers right now, and no running
it was crazy.
game.
They got Brandon Marshall.
He scored 10 points.
That's crazy.
Is insane. Well,
they got Brandon Marshall and Odell. Brandon Marshall has been non-existent, literally. He ain't caught.
And they got Bennett too, didn't they?
Bennett is on the Patriots, I believe. I know Kyle.
I thought they had his. No. I'm sorry. Green Bay has his brother.
Yeah.
My apology.
But it's just crazy. They got Brandon Marshall. He versus the Cowboys. He had 1 catch. It was 20 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
That meaningless catch. You know what I'm saying? And then doing Detroit, he dropped the pass. I'm not saying he's terrible. He's clearly good, but he's not showing up. Odell's didn't do it much when he came back. The offense can't score. They cannot get 20 points. And they're talking about winning the NFC East.
Well, and quite honestly, once again, I thought coming into this season, I thought we were going to sweep Philly. Speaking skins. I thought we were going to split with y'all.
I could have told you I wasn't going to do that.
I thought we were going to split with y'all and split with the Giants.
That's a negative because we swept down last year.
Yeah, but once again, last year you guys had the...
Here go the excuses. Here we go.
There's not an excuse.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
That's not an excuse. I'm giving you a legitimate reason. Last year, Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott caught everybody off guard with their talent. This year, people are getting used to it.
Blah, blah.
Which is what Denver proved on Sunday.
Hey, it was one of them games. It's whatever.
I think we're going to split with y'all. I think we're going to split with Philly. But I think we're going to sweep the Giants.
Because they suck. They can't
score. I think y'all are going to sweep the Giants. I think the Giants are going to split with Philly.
The Giants can't score, so they're going to lose everybody until they start scoring. The defense can only carry them but so much.
Very true.
They can't score, then they're not going anywhere. I don't think y'all going anywhere because I just hate y'all, so I would just automatically say y'all not going nowhere.
Oh, thanks.
The only benefit of the doubt I'll give y'all is Kirk Cousins. He did, I actually like the guy despite, being a Dallas fan.
I like Dak. Let me put it this way. I hate Dak because he's awesome.
Yeah.
I hate him because he's great. I hate the fact that y'all have such a great quarterback.
And a great O-line. With a great running back.
With two great running backs.
3. Because they're McFadden.
Oh, I forgot about McFadden, yeah.
He had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with Morris. And then you got Elliott. I mean...
Yeah, I hate that. I mean...
Yep.
I love the fact that we moved the ball better than week 1 Sunday. But... our receiving game just still isn't clicking with... I'm trying to figure out why we haven't used Crowder as much as we did last year or last year. Because Crowder, losing Jackson, losing Garcon, Crowder and Reed are the 2 receivers that have the most connection with Cousins.
Right.
And yet, you're trying to force Pryor and... other receivers. It's like, well, clearly when Crowder is playing, we move the ball much better in the passing game.
Right. Use
him more. Use him. Jordan Reed, I understand. Jordan Reed's always injured, so I understand why it's hard to use him as much. Because Sunday he went out with an injury.
I didn't watch the game. What injury?
I'm not sure. I just know he got injured. I honestly didn't even see him get injured. I just know they showed the sidelines. He was walking off the field. He came back in without his pads on. So I don't even know what injury it was. I just know he was like, dude. But that's old news. I mean, Jordan Reed since he got here, he hasn't played a 16-game season since he got here.
When he's on the field, he's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, when he's on the field, he's a dangerous threat. It's just get him on the field.
Stay on the field.
Right.
He gets hurt every 2 seconds.
But I mean,
it's kind of like Gronk. He's beast.
Same thing with Gronk.
But
same thing with Travis Kelce.
That dude's a beast.
He's an animal, but he's another one that can't play a 16-game season.
Hey, he's better than Gronk. Gronk literally gets hurt with some season-ending injury. It's never just for like a week.
It's always a season-ending. It's always season-ending.
Yeah, he just.
I mean, how old is Gronk? Like 28, and he's got like nothing but like
season
braces and.
Yeah, his whole body's full of braces.
Like, I would hate to be his doctor in like 10 years. He's gonna have nothing but hip and arm and shoulder replacements.
Hey, be like Derrick Rose. He kept tearing his ACL like every year.
Dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of tearing your ACL, that just I'm always fascinated when people talk about ACLs, considering the fact that Gale Sayers, one of the greatest running backs of all time, or would have been with the Chicago Bears, tore his ACL, I believe, in the 60s, and that was a career-ending injury. I mean, career-ending. I mean, he could not play anymore after an ACL tear. Look at today. How many players have torn their ACL? Players have torn their ACL and MCL. And
I think Adrian Peterson tore the ACL or something like that. And came back and had like his best year ever.
It almost broke the record. I mean, RG3 tore his ACL. He was still able to play.
I think Russell Westbrook did too. He came back.
Well, RG3 tore his twice. In college and in the pros.
I ain't know in college. He tore his ACL in college then?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I know.
I mean, that's insane how you think about modern medicine. Man, that you see the injuries that used to be career ending, they're no longer career ending. Now, like I wonder if Theismann's injury would be career ending today. That's an interesting topic for another time. Well, we thank you guys for joining us for this first ever episode of Info Junkies. We hope that you join us next week and have a fantastic day.
Don't be racist. Racism is wrong, people. It's wrong.
Racism is wrong. Take that.